October, the 0-5 Pan Pack hosting the Plymouth Vikings with a record of 2-3. Washington defeated Plymouth last year, but the Vikings went on to still win the Class 1A state championship. Washington is in Class 2A, but has yet to play a conference game. The message in the locker room for Sports Sawyer before this game was believe. And also, you guys are close. You just have to realize it. 12-0 loss to Kinston on Monday. The defense played its part. The offense got inside the red zone. But, Archie, it's a totally different animal when you're inside those 20s, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I think one of the things we need to look at is going to our kicking game with fourth down in the red zone. We've always looked to go for it on fourth down, in most cases expecting to be back there very shortly if we don't get it. We could win this game 9-7 if we get Ben McKeithen 3 field goal opportunities.
That's a key thing that you mentioned right there. Ben McKeithen is in tonight. Monday, he also plays soccer. There was a game for the soccer team, and he was unable to be there. You'd have to think, though, if Washington had him in the lineup, that some of those trips inside the red zone, 4 of them that came up empty for the Pan Pack offense, that at least results in some points.
Absolutely. And it's what got us started in the Roanoke Rapids game. He broke the ice with a field goal, and we were off and running from that point forward.
The captains are meeting at midfield. No precipitation, and it is a sultry night in eastern North Carolina. Archie, what are the keys for Washington to win this one?
Well, Washington's going to have to simplify even further the line play up front. You know, we just got some new guys up front, so we've got to really, really skinny down the playbook, hit it well. I think if we can seal the outside linebacker, the jet sweep will be there. We know it's going to be there on Sway Poe's side. I think it's also going to be there on Matt Black's side.
There's some activity in front of the Washington Pan Pack Fieldhouse. In front of that fieldhouse, the team is in the inflated tunnel, and right in front of that tunnel is a line of cheerleaders and band waiting to greet the Pan Pack and the Pan Pack to take the field. Good crowd on hand, 73 degrees, kickoff time here, and I'll tell you what, Archie, as the sun went down as it did across the trees on the far end, it was a picture-perfect scene here. It really gets you excited for Friday nights as we are on the eve of October. On September the 30th, Washington taking on Plymouth tonight.
It's really a special week to get to play twice in 1 week. And like you said, the weather tonight is perfect. And it's such a critical game on the eve of our conference schedule to get in, maybe get a win, hopefully get a win, and launch some momentum going into the conference, which is really the key part of the schedule, Josh.
Plymouth wins the toss, elects to receive. It's a wing T offense for this Plymouth team, and they've been running it for so many years. I asked their head coach, Robert Cody, where you learned it, and he's like, I don't even know. It's been 32 years that I've been running it here at Plymouth and 40 years as a coach. I ran it when I was in high school prior to me becoming a quarterback at Elon. So this Plymouth team understands this offense. They run it at their JV level, their varsity level, and when you come to Plymouth and you come to play football, you're running that wing T.
That's right. I think he learned it from Newt Rockney. You know, the thing is, he would invite you to practice, I think, because like to your point, there are no secrets in this offense. He's going to run it wide. He's going to run it back up the middle, and he'll catch you every now and then napping. And I'm going to tell you, Samir Cooper can throw the long ball as well as anybody will see this year, including Holton Ahlers.
In terms of getting things straight on offense, you mentioned some things might be opened up for this Washington offense through throwing the football. What are some things that need to happen in order for Washington to execute there?
Well, we got to have a little bit of the running game to catch fire. That way we can go to the play-action pass. I think that's going to be Frederick Holscher's strong suit throughout his career. If he can freeze the linebackers with a play-action fake, then we can break a tight end behind those guys or maybe even get enough time to go a little further downfield.
Frederick Holscher was 2 for 6 passing for 26 yards. He had 4 rushes, though, for 20 yards for Washington High. On the season, 18 for 47 passing in his first year as the starting quarterback, 111 yards. And he has 2 interceptions, yet to throw a touchdown pass. Washington's only scored 3 touchdowns on offense this year, and it's been 3 different players, Sway Poe, Hakeem Ruffin, and Frederick Holscher, all rushing the football for the Pan Pack. Washington has the military appreciation uniforms on, the camo navy tops with the gray pants, white numerals reading Pam Pack across the front, gray helmets on, and the Washington logo on the side. As for Plymouth, royal blue pants, white tops, blue helmets, blue numbers with the gold trim. Since Plymouth elected to receive after winning the toss, Alban Paul puts it on the tee for Washington, and the right-footed kicker is ready to get this thing started. Washington and Plymouth coming your way on a Friday night as Alban Paul approaches the football from the left, and he boots a squib kick down the right sideline, fielded at the 28-yard line. The up man has it. It's Taquan White. He comes inside the hash marks before he's tackled down at the 40-yard line. It's a 12-yard return for the Plymouth return man White, and that's where this wing T offense will begin.
We're trying to kick away from Josh Downing right there, Josh. He broke one for a touchdown last week, so I know we were trying to keep the ball away from him.
Josh Downing actually had 2 returns for touchdowns in that 52-0 win over Columbia. Plymouth moves from left to right, balls at the left hash. 3 backs are out there. The wing back in motion, White. It's a inside handoff to the left side. Here's Ronald Wilkins. He burrows ahead. He has a medium yard gain, and it's going to be a gain of 5 yards on first down to the 46-yard line. Rontavion Floyd with the tackle. The corner for Washington has 18 tackles on the season. Second down 5 at the 46. The quarterback, Samir Cooper, gets under center. Inside handoff to the fullback. And that appears to be Jaquay Jackson. Instead, it's Downing on that far side. It's a deception-based offense, so work with us here. And it looks like he's going to be right across the sticks. It's right at the 49-yard line. First down. The head referee, D. Glover, pointing ahead to his right-hand side. This Plymouth offense loves to run left with the left-handed quarterback, Cooper, his second year starting. The receiver left is Javion Sproul. Handoff goes left. Here is Ronald Wilkins. Breaks out of 1 tackle. He's near the sticks again. Across the 40, down to the 38. That's where he's spun down by Logan Little. First down, Plymouth.
Josh, you mentioned Robert Cody being old school. One of those planks in that platform is I'm going to run it till you stop it. 3 times now up the middle, and he's going to keep running it.
Clock moving inside, 11 minutes left to go first quarter. First drive of the game for this Plymouth offense. We're scoreless. In motion comes Taquan White again. Handoff goes right up the middle, and jumping over a pile is Cooper Anderson to bring down the back, but he's still up as he goes 8 yards up the middle, and that is going to be close to a first down before Mark Albert and Turner Ragland brought down Jaquay Jackson. The Plymouth fullback has 7, though. They mark him short with the knee down, I guess forward motion. They didn't see him going any further. They blew the whistle. 10:20 left to go. Ball's still at the left hash for this Plymouth offense. Cooper turns, hands left. Here's Wilkins. He gets across the line of scrimmage. He pushes ahead. He has the first down to the 26-yard line of Washington. It's a 5-yard gain on second down and 3. This Plymouth offense is moving in this wing T set.
John Blank is beside himself. This is smash mouth football, and Plymouth's winning the war.
First down 10 from the 26-yard line. No score, first drive of the game. Plymouth driving in Washington territory. In motion from the right side of the line is Wilkins. The ball goes to the up man at the back. Moving up is Aaron Wilkins. There is a relation there. They are brothers. And it's going to be a medium game before he is tripped up by Nazir Hardy. 9 3/4 minutes left to go. First quarter. And it's now second down and 4 with the 6-yard gain near side. That's the first time that Plymouth has run that misdirection to the near side. 2 receivers come out right. Javion Sproul, the tight end. Also out there is Josh Downing. Penalty markers come in. And we'll see. False start, Plymouth. Did you see who jumped, Archie?
I think it was a wide out on this side, number 33.
That was Javion Sproul, the 6'3", 183-pound senior. I was keeping an eye on the line. That'll move him back to the 20-yard line. Make it the 25, I beg your pardon. 2nd down, 9 coming up. Timeout. Plymouth will take it with them. No score early on. First drive of the game for the Vikings.
After the timeout, 2nd down and 9 for the Vikings at the
2nd down, 9 for the Plymouth offense out of the timeout. 9th play of this drive, and it's a handoff to the fullback left end. Ronald Wilkins is spun down for a gain of 2, maybe 3. Logan Little, the middle linebacker for Washington, has him. 3rd down coming up at the 23-yard line.
Josh, when you're playing against this wing, you've got to stand up as a defensive lineman and keep your hands in front of you and shut down the line.
3rd down and 7. Plymouth needs to get to the Washington 16. 2 receivers are set wide to the right. 10th play of the drive. Here's a flip on the toss near side of the up man. Here is Taquan White. He tries to juke back at the numbers, but Washington tackles him short. It's going to be a gain of 3 yards on 3rd down and 7. Cooper Anderson tackled him low, grabbed the leg, didn't let go. And with 8:28 left to go, first quarter, this first drive presents a decision. Kick it or go for it on 4th down and 4. And it appears Robert Cody is content to go for the field goal.
In years past, there'd be no doubt he'd run the ball here, but we saw in pregame, this kid's got the leg.
It's going to be a kick from 38 yards away. Ball is down. Jose Castaneda has a line drive kick that's at the upright, and it is good. 38-yard kick. 7:58 left to go first quarter, and the score reads Plymouth 3, Washington no score. The Pan Pack takes the field for the first time when we return on 103.7 WTIB.
In the 3rd quarter, Plymouth 3, the Pan Pack nothing. The Plymouth scoring drive was 8 plays, covering 44 yards, all on the ground, and the drive took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Number 22, Jose Castaneda, kicking off for Plymouth. Sway Poe and Jaquez Ruffin are deep for the Pan Pack.
Jose Castaneda open scoring with a 38-yard field goal. He boots it away to the right side where Swaypo fields the kickoff, returns it 15 yards, and he's downed at the 21-yard line. That's where Washington will start its first drive of the game. That drive for Plymouth drove all the way to the 21-yard line and stalled out. It was a 10-play drive for the Vikings, ending with that 38-yard field goal. 7 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 Plymouth. Washington comes out with 2 backs in the backfield and Frederick Holscher in the gun. 2 receivers split near side. Fake handoff to 1 back. That's Poe. He hands to Hakeem Ruffin running left, and he's going nowhere. He's dropped for a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd down 11 coming up. Deidre Whitehead makes the stop for Plymouth.
Josh, one thing you'll notice here is a lot of the same kids for Plymouth that are on offense are still out on the field playing defense. That shows up in the third and fourth quarters like it did last year.
Second down 11, one receiver left. Make it 2 now. Matt Black coming near side next to Dawson Elks. Ball's at the left hash. Snap is to Holscher. He hands off to Hakeem Ruffin, who goes right up the middle. And it's going to be about a 6-yard gain on first down. Make it 5. Wayne Johnson makes the stop.
Wayne Johnson of Plymouth.
And Washington now has third down coming up. Third down and 6 for Washington.
This is where we need to be able to go to a flood route or something to get things opened up with the passing game.
Ball's directly at the middle of the field. One tight end in there, the right side of the lines, Drew Ferguson. 2 receivers are left and near side. Holscher hands off the Poe. He has running room. Gets across the 35. Gets across the 40. Running right sideline. Veers out of bounds as he's tackled there late. And a penalty flag's going to fly in as Taquan White took him out right in front of the Plymouth bench. So it's a big run for Washington High, and it's going to be an even bigger one with the late hit personal foul coming.
Josh, you mentioned in the pregame, Sway's running 17, 18 times a game now. You can tell he's really gained confidence when he gets that ball.
He ran all the way to the 47-yard line of Plymouth before being tackled out of bounds. So that is a run of 27 yards, and you add 15 to the end of that. Ball spotted at the 32 of Plymouth High right hash. Huge run on third down for Sway Poe. 6:32 left to go. It's 3-0 Plymouth. First drive for Washington, and they're moving. Handoff on a high snap from Holscher. He goes to Hakeem Ruffin. He's buried for a gain of 2 yards left side at the numbers.
Tackle or tight end on that side has got to get out in front, seal that linebacker in pursuit.
So a gain of 2 sets up second down 8 from the left half. Washington was 0 for 4 inside the red zone against Kinston. Forced 5 turnovers in the game. 6:03 left to go. Snaps to Holscher. Fakes the handoff to Ruffin. Hands to Poe. Poe running right. Gets across the 30 and pushes forward for 3 or 4 more. It's going to set up third down and about 4 yards after Deidre Whitehead and Sadez Norman combined on the tackle. Third down and 4 coming up from the 22. Or the 26, sorry.
Mason Vick really staying on his blocks out there, made the difference late in the run.
Line of scrimmage is the 26. Ball's at the middle of the field. Snap is the Holscher. Hands off to Poe. He runs up the middle, and he is stuffed right at the 24-yard line. Only gets 2 on third down. I don't think there's any question. You got to go here on fourth down and 2 from the 24. Kawandre Rhines makes the tackle for Plymouth.
Yeah, we've got to go, and I think you're going to see the jet sweep to Sway Poe. That's our go-to play.
Washington needs to get to the 22. The line is the 24. 2 receivers left. It's Bell and Black. 2 backs out there. Hakeem Ruffin and Sway Poe. Frederick Holscher wants the snap, has the snap. Poe runs right near the sticks, and he appears to have a Washington first down by a yard. He needed 2. He got 3 to the 21. Sadez Norman couldn't get there in time. First down, Pampack.
That's the play in our book, Josh, where we feel like we can get 2 or 3 at a minimum, maybe even break it.
We'll see if Frederick Holscher puts it through the air here. This is a play that Sports Sawyer really likes to throw on. After you get that first down, you're near the end zone. You can maybe catch the defense guessing. Sway Poe looks like he's favoring a shoulder, though. He comes to the near side and is replaced by Jaquez Ruffin. So we'll keep an eye on him. 2 Ruffins are out there, Jaquez and Hakeem in the backfield. 2 receiver formation, snaps to Holscher, looks left, throws to Black in the flat. He makes the catch. Matt gets to the 20, and he's inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Great catch and evasiveness. Wayne Johnson, the linebacker, snuffed him under, and there's an injured player on the field. It appears it's going to be a Washington player. It's Mitchell Cobb, who's down at the 19-yard line, setting up a block out there. 4:33 left to go. We'll step aside. It's 3-0 Plymouth, but Washington's marching inside the red zone.
shaken up on the play, number 65, Mitchell Cobb. Let's give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Second down and 7 for the Pan Pack at the Plymouth 19-yard line.
As we welcome you back to Wagner Stadium, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The second down and 7 play is stopped for no gain for Jaquez Ruffin running right. Mitchell Cobb, the left tackle, went down with an injury, and he's helped off the field, and he couldn't put any pressure on that right leg. So we'll keep an eye on that. He's replaced in the formation by Jacob Harris, who started the game at left guard in the absence of Logan Nichols. Late player coming off the field for Plymouth, stops play for a moment. The whistle blows. Another third down coming up. Washington's 1 for 2 on third down conversions thus far. They converted on fourth down a couple of plays ago. First drive of the game, Plymouth on its first drive hit a field goal from 38 yards away. It's 3-0. Clock moving inside 4 minutes, first quarter. Snaps to Holscher. He throws left. Has a man black. Caught it. 4-yard line. Near the goal line. He's short of a yard. But Frederick Holscher threw it through the window, dropped it in the bucket. Matt Black has the catch on third down and 7. And that's the first sign of this quarterback really starting to grow here, Archie.
He got his feet under him, and that was easily his best throw of the year, on the money.
Big catch, first down and goal inside the 1 yard line. Let's see if Washington can punch it in here. 3:50 left to go. In the gun is Holscher. Two backs in the backfield, two receivers. Snap to Frederick. Hands off left side. Hakeem Ruffin high steps his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Washington High School. Pan Pac's on top, 6-3. That's tough to stop when you have those two there. 3:41 left to go. And how about that drive for Washington? 2 for 3 on third down. A fourth down conversion. And then Hakeem Ruffin punching it in from 1 yard out. It is 6-3. Ben McKeithen lines up for the extra point try. Matt Black to hold it. Snap. Low one. Ball down. Late kick. It's up, and it is good. 7-3. Washington on top. 3:41 left to go first quarter. We're back in a minute on WTIB.
On your feet, fans, for the fight song. The Pan Pac scoring drive went 11 plays. It covered 63 yards. It took 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
With Washington leading 7-3, Alden Paul puts it on the tee and boots it down to the right side. Picking it up off the turf at the 25-yard line before being buried for a gain of just 3 yards is Aaron Wilkins. Nazir Hardy snuffed down the Plymouth return man for the minimal gain. They'll give him the 30-yard line after a big-time drive. 11 plays, 63 yards that covered over 4.5 minutes of clock. Washington gets its first half score of the season.
And it really fired the team up, Josh, as you would expect, but it's going to be nice to see us with early game momentum.
Frederick Holscher with the third down throw to pin the ball inside the 1. Hakeem Ruffin punching it in on the next play. Samir Cooper hands the ball left, and it appears the ball came loose, but diving right back on top of it is the back far side as penalty flags came in. That's Ronald Wilkins. Wilkins met right at the line, may have lost a yard. Second down and 11 coming up from the 29-yard line for Plymouth. Again, it's a wing T offense, so a lot of movement, a lot of deception, a lot of running for this team coached by Robert Cody. 3:06 left to go. 7-3 Washington on top. Washington loading up that box. Here's a toss play right. Goes into the hands of Aaron Wilkins. Lose his step, and he nearly lost his footing before he was hit. And he is dropped for a loss of 2 more on second down. Third down, 13 coming up. Nazir Hardy was in the area, and also Turner Ragland for Washington High.
Josh, that's the way John Blank draws this defense up. 5 guys, 5 hats at the point of contact.
Second down fails. 2:30 left to go. Third down, 13 from the 27-yard line. Plymouth needs to get the 40. Snap to Cooper. Here's his first throw. Goes left side, and it's right on the money over the head of the linebacker, Floyd. Actually, that's a corner. Washington was playing in cover. It was caught. Minimal gain. Gets 8 yards when they needed to get 13. Bringing up fourth down and 5. And here comes the punting unit for the Vikings.
Yeah, Samir Cooper's a great quarterback. He does a great job as a freshman last year and as a sophomore. But we've been tested by some of the best quarterbacks in the East so far this year.
You're not kidding. Here's Jose Castaneda again. He has the snap. Boots it with the right foot. Nearly blocked by Rontavion. It's booted back to the 30. Fielded there on a fair catch by Jaquez Ruffin. So it's a punt of, what's that? 37 yards. 1 minute, 36 seconds left to go. We'll stay right here as the Washington offense takes the field. They went 63 yards on their last drive. Again, as we mentioned, first half score of the season for Washington. 7-3 is the score. And also, if I'm not mistaken on that note, this is the first time Washington has led a football game.
You're right about that.
1 minute, 36 seconds left to go. 2 receiver formation, 2 backs. Snaps to Holscher. Fakes to Hakeem. Goes to Sway Poe, and he's met in the backfield. Dropped for a loss of 1.
It's the delayed handoff.
Second down, 11 coming up from the 29-yard line. 1:25 left to go, first quarter.
Number 50.
Avion Braxton was the one to get him. 6'1", 285 pounds. He's a junior. That other nose guard in there is Colin Cherry, 6'2", 275, also a junior. They present some real problems for this front line for Washington that's a little undersized. 1 minute left to go, first quarter. Second down, 11. Hand off to Hakeem Ruffin, running around the boundary, trying to cut it back. He does so at the numbers, gets to the 34. It's a gain of 5 yards on second down and 11, so third down, 6 coming up. Washington needs to get to the 40. Tackle made by Deidre Whitehead, another one of those guys. 6'2", he's a little bit more slender, though, 165 pounds. 8 tackles in the win over Columbia for Plymouth. 35 seconds left to go. Washington approaches the football. Austin O'Neill getting set to snap it back to the quarterback, Holscher. Snap. Handoff, Sway Poe, running right. Here's another third down play. This one's not going to go anywhere. It is a loss of a yard to the 33-yard line. Fourth down, 7 coming up. Avion Braxton yet again got off his block, made the tackle, and this should be the last play of the third quarter, or the first quarter. That was third down.
We've got to get something else to match with that Sway Poe jet sweep. I think it's going to be Hakeem Ruffin. He really is one of those runners. He's a momentum runner. Things get good, things get better. And so I'm looking for him to help us on the left side of the offense.
7-3 Washington, fourth down coming up. We're back to the second quarter in a minute on WTID.
He'll be out there. Oh, it's fine. Okay.
offensively in the first quarter, the Pam Pack has 67 yards, 46 yards on the ground, 21 through the air. Plymouth has 49 yards of total offense.
And we're on 28. Easton should be picking up 10. So Austin can get a little backer.
Correction, 40.
After one quarter of play, it is 7-3 Washington on the 1-yard touchdown run from Hakeem Ruffin. Second drive for this Washington offense. Stalled out at the 34-yard line into punt on the first play of the second quarter has been McKeithen. He has the snap, boots it away, short kick, high spiraling, bounces at the 37-yard line and rolls another yard before Washington downs it. Right there, they'll mark it at the 37-yard line. That is a punt of 29 yards, setting up this Plymouth offense on its third drive at the 37, ball spotted at the middle of the field.
You know, one thing we haven't seen yet this year that we ran a lot last year is the fake punt. I'm not saying that was the best spot for it, but nobody's seen it in our film yet. It might be a great time to uncork it later in the game.
Let's update the numbers. 7 rushes for 39 yards for Sway Poe. Hakeem Ruffin has the touchdown, but only 7 yards on 4 rushes. And meanwhile, Frederick Holscher has run it again. Two completions for 23 yards. He's someone who's trying to find some confidence, and Matt Black has both those catches for those 23 yards. Toss play goes right. First play of this drive, and that is Ronald Wilkins getting to the outside and getting about 2 to the 40-yard line. Make it 3. Second down 7 coming up from the far right hash.
Wilkins left his feet there right at point of contact, and Nazir Hardy put a helmet right under his chin.
Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. We're here at Wagner Stadium, right off the Pamlico in Washington, North Carolina. Snap is to Cooper. He hands off. Running left is the fullback who pushes ahead for a couple more yards. And that time it's Ronald Wilkins again, pushing his way down to the 44-yard line. They need to get to the 48, so it's a 4-yard gain. Third down, 4 coming up. Mark Halbert and Turner Ragland making the stop for Washington. Ball's right at the middle of the field. 10 3/4 minutes left to go until halftime. 7-3, Washington's on top of the Plymouth Vikings, the defending 1A state champions. Pistol set for this offense. Cooper tosses right. In space is Aaron Wilkins. He can jet across the 50, across the 40, breaking away 30. He's trying to get around that last defender. 10, 5, pylon, touchdown. Plymouth back on top. 56-yard touchdown run. Rontavion Floyd got him late, but he dived for that pylon and scored far side. It's 9-3 Plymouth.
Josh, that's a strange-looking play. The quarterback, Samir Cooper, will come out, face out, take about 5 steps, and effectively throw a chest pass right at the trailing back, and he took off with it.
56-yard score, and the backbreaker is, that came on third down, Archie. So it is a 3-play drive for this Plymouth offense. They respond to go back on top as Jose Castaneda gets set to line up for the extra point. However, the holder's not out there yet. Some moving parts and some confusion for Plymouth as to who's supposed to be out there. The play clock hasn't started in the end zone. A lot of confusion as to what Plymouth is doing here on this extra point try and what personnel it wants out there. Again, a 56-yard touchdown run for Aaron Wilkins, breaking away from the defense. Castaneda hit a 38-yard field goal earlier to open scoring. High snap, ball down, kick on the way, and the kick is good.
After is good.
10-7. Plymouth back on top. 10:24 left to go until halftime. We'll see if Washington can bounce back after this.
3 plays, covered 63 yards, took a minute 27 off the clock. and Swapo are deep for the Pampack. Jose Castaneda, number 22, kicking off for Plymouth.
Jaquez Ruffin fields the football at the 22-yard line, pushes ahead across the 30 before he is dropped at the 33-yard line. On the return, it's a 12-yard return to the 34, 10-18 left to go after the 56-yard touchdown run, capping a 3-play drive for Plymouth. Aaron Wilkins with the score. That drive only took a minute and 27 seconds. For Plymouth, your score reads 10-7, Vikings over the Pack. Washington back on the field after it went 3 and out its last drive. Penalty flag flies in. The back judge, Cicero Finley, throwing it. And too many players on the field leads to a substitution violation for Washington. That's not the way you want to start a drive. 10-7 the score, moves them back with the spot to the 27-yard line.
Still have decent field position based on compared to some of the things we've had in the past games where we've been backed up against our own end zone quite a bit.
First down, 15. 2 backs out there. Swapo in motion. He has the handoff. He runs right. He cuts back across the 30. He gets to the 35, and he has a gain of about 10 yards on first down to the 36-yard line. Make it a 9-yard gain. Deidre Whitehead yet again has another tackle at defensive end for Plymouth. Inside 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Ball's at the right hash. Swapo with the 10-yard run setting up. Second down and 5. Poe stands out in the wing. Handoff goes to Matt Black on the jet sweep in motion, and it'll be little gain, if any, on second down and 5. Make it a loss of 1. Third down and 6 coming up. Avion Braxton and Javion Sproul on that defensive line for Plymouth. Not fooled by the jet sweep from Matt Black.
Third down and 6.
Washington looking for a response. They were great on third down on that touchdown drive that covered 63 yards. Here's third down 6. Handoff goes to Poe. Gets out of one tackle. Spins his way across the 40 to the 41. He needed to get, though, to the 42.5-yard line. So he's going to be short of about 2 yards after a gain of 5 yards. Avion Braxton got his right palm on him and tripped him up.
Looks like we're going for it here.
It's a 1.5 yards that Washington's short of at the 41-yard line. And they're going for it here. Big play early on. Ball's directly at the middle of the field. A back is left. He moves in motion. That's Swapo. Fake the handoff to him. Holscher keeps it himself. He pushes ahead, and I don't know if he has it. He got about half a yard, and he needed 1.5 yards. Depending on the spot, it looks like Washington's going to be short of the first down. They spot it directly at the 42. They're going to bring the chains out for this one. They gave him a good spot, but it's spotted just short of the 42-yard line. Here comes the sticks. I don't think he has it, but then again, it's close with 8:29 left. 10-7, Plymouth's up. The sticks coming across the far side of the field to the near side hash. They stretch it. First down, Washington by the head of the football. They have it. My goodness.
A very generous spot, as you said.
You know the saying that it's a game of inches? That's the literal example.
Exactly.
And Washington needed it. Washington has it at the right hash. Clock starts moving. 8:28 left to go. First down 10. Wing T formation. Snap is to Holscher. He hands off left, and a good tackle in space is made on Hakeem Ruffin. Deidre Whitehead got off his block and brought down the back. Timeout called by Washington. We'll take it with them. 10-7, Plymouth on top. We're back in a minute on WTIB.
Tell Jackson to be ready to go back in.
Fans, the Pam Pack Marching Band is conducting a 50-50 raffle tonight. $1 for a ticket, or you can get 6 tickets for $5. The winner will be announced during the third quarter. Support the band boosters. Also, the band concession stand has Chick-fil-A sandwiches tonight, popcorn and nachos. Seat cushions are being sold at the band booster concession stand. That's on the visiting side of the field, just $5. Support the Pam Pack Marching Band. Second down and 10 for the Pack.
Second down 10, and if you could hear that, whether it's our reaction or the fans, that second down and 10 run went nowhere, and the boom was levied onto Hakeem Ruffin. Inside 8 minutes left to go. That second down and 7 play got nothing. So third down 7 coming up from the Washington 45-yard line. The Pam Pack needs to get to the Plymouth 48.
The missing Mitchell Cobb on that left side, Josh.
Still in there's Jacob Harris. Holscher's in the gun. In motion comes Sway Poe. It's a play-action fake. Holscher's third pass. Goes across the middle. Complete. 45-yard line. Moving ahead's Matt Black. He has all 3 Washington catches. It is a first down. Washington needed to get to the 48. It's down to the 41 of Plymouth. A big-time play on third down and 7. Washington with the 14-yard completion ahead of cornerback Josh Downing. Matt Black makes the catch.
Frederick Holscher is throwing the ball with authority. Those last 2 throws, the receiver couldn't help but catch it right in the breadbasket.
It's first down. Pam Pack.
7:27 left to go. 10-7, Plymouth on top of Washington. Pam Pack moving at the 41-yard line, snaps to Holscher, hands off to Hakeem Ruffin, I beg your pardon. Make that. Nope, it is Hakeem. Running right. He gets 5 yards. We pause for 10 seconds for station identification.
5-yard line. A gain of 6 yards on the rushing play. Second down and 4.
7 minutes left to go. Clock moving. Second down 4 for Washington. 2 receivers split out to the far side left. Ball's at the right hash. 2 backs in the backfield. Plymouth showing blitz. Play action play. Holscher doesn't like what he sees, and it's a coverage sack. He's going down at the 40-yard line. A sack by Javion Sproul and Avion Braxton. Hit him in the backfield. They'll officially mark it at the 40. It is a 5-yard sack, which brings up fourth down and 9 from the Plymouth 40.
You know, it's hard to tell a kid that can make a play or two with his legs to get rid of the ball, but that's a situation where we just couldn't afford to take a sack there.
And we have a timeout called by Washington. That's its second timeout. We'll keep it right here and remind you about our sponsors. Obviously, they play a big part in us being able to do these games. G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington, East Coast Equipment, Talos Hospital Pharmacy, Lee Chevrolet, the Potash Corp. Aurora, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, Nationwide Agent Dave Alton, Beaufort Community College, Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investment, Williams Auto Body, and The Rich Company. All great sponsors that we appreciate for making these broadcasts possible each and every week, and sometimes more than once per week. Third down 9 coming up from the 40 out of the timeout. Frederick Holscher 3 for 3 passing for 37 yards. The only touchdown for Washington was a run from Hakeem Ruffin from 1 yard away. As for Plymouth, a 56-yard touchdown run put the Vikings ahead 2 drives later. 6:17 left to go. Washington has another third down here. They've done a good job converting on third downs. Holscher twice with completions. He hasn't missed a pass. 3 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Play action fake to Mark Halbert. Throws near side through the hands of the receiver, Poe. He would have had the first down at the Plymouth 30. Instead, it falls incomplete. It was right in his breadbasket. Holscher put it right on the spot.
Had a little wobble on that one, but I tell you, Josh, the Plymouth linebackers play very deep, about 8 yards off the ball, and this success we're having in the passing game is just loosening up the running game.
Washington wanting to play field position. So with it being 4th down and 9, Ben McKeitham retreats to the 48, taking the field to punt this one deep. You ideally want to get it inside the 10 here, so we'll see if McKeitham's able to do it. McKeitham wants the snap. Ben has it. Left-footed boot. It's a good one. Near the 15-yard line, it's going to land. It drops at the 12, actually, and rolls ahead to the 10 before taking a Plymouth bounce. But they'll still spot it there at the 10. It's a 30-yard punt of net yardage for Ben McKeithan. And with 6 minutes, 4 seconds left to go, Plymouth will start directly at the middle of the field from its own 10-yard line.
Ben's a senior, and that's where that experience shows up. Perfectly placed. It could have gotten a little bit better, but it wasn't going to be any worse than pinning them down at the 10.
Here comes Samir Cooper, the quarterback of the state championship winning Plymouth Vikings a year ago. That team went 14-2 and beat Rottensville in the championship 28-20. Handoff goes to the first man in, and it's going to be a gain of 1, maybe 2 on that far side. Trying to get eyes on who it is. It's Aaron Wilkins. He had the 56-yard touchdown run. It's a gain of 2 yards. 2nd down 8 coming up on the far side of the field as the Vikings move from right to left with those white shirts and royal blue pants. 5.5 minutes left to go until halftime. Our Pan Pac profile is Austin O'Neill. You'll hear from him at halftime. 10-7 the score. Snaps back to Cooper. Right-handed toss goes to the far side, and at the 22, he's met at the line of scrimmage, the back. That's Ronald Wilkins. He's dropped right there for no gain. 3rd down, 8 coming up from the 12. Not the 22. Walter Carter applied the stop.
Ball's on the right hash. Look for them to come back left to the wide side. You mentioned earlier, Josh, they really like to run to the left anyway. I look for Cody to call something on the left side.
Left-handed quarterback, Samir Cooper. Sophomore, started as a freshman, as we mentioned. 4:50 left to go. 3rd down 8 from the 12-yard line. Plymouth needs to get the 20. 2 receivers go left as it appears Plymouth changed the play, and Robert Cody's seen enough. He calls for time. That's its 2nd timeout. So both teams only have 1 timeout. 4 minutes, 38 seconds left to go. We'll see if we can get an update on the stat sheet in just a moment, but to update you on drives, the first drive of the game for this Plymouth offense covered about 50 yards, or covered 44 yards, I beg your pardon. Took about 6 minutes of time, 8 plays, 3-0 on the 38-yard field goal from the kicker, Castaneda. Good name. Hakeem Ruffin, though, responded on Washington's first drive of the game. 11 plays, 63 yards, a drive that took 4.5 minutes. 7-3, Washington took the lead going into the second quarter. However, a response by Aaron Wilkins, who has jets when he's in space, 56-yard touchdown run, capping a 3-play drive. That made it 10-7. That's where we're at right now. Pin deep are the Plymouth Vikings. 3rd down 8 from the 12-yard line. Big play coming up. Washington, if they get a stop here, it would be huge, Archie.
Absolutely. 2 teams trading punches. I think this is setting up for a really, really good football game.
Wing T offense. Shotgun. Cooper takes the snap. He's flushed out. In the backfield, he's going to try and run. He's going to be hit. He's going to be dropped at the 8-yard line. Turner Ragland got him around the edge. It's a 6-yard sack or a 4-yard sack. 4:25 left to go. Washington stops Plymouth on 3rd down, and the Vikings will punt.
Yeah, Turner Ragland got away from big Colin Cherry and really was there to pick up the pieces in that coverage sack.
It's the 4th sack in 2 games for Turner Ragland, who's really stood out on that defensive line for John Blank's defensive unit. 4:01, 4 minutes, clock moving, left to go in the second quarter. Both teams have 1 timeout. Plymouth's up 10-7. 3 yards deep into his end zone is Jose Castaneda to punt it away. Back is Jaquez Ruffin standing at the Plymouth 45-yard line. and taking all the clock that he can before the play clock expires. Robert Cody calls for time. I don't quite understand that because, if you're trying to waste clock, I don't think that's really much of a factor yet with 3:46 left to go. But Robert Cody tends to disagree.
I think there were one player short out there, Josh, and he is not happy. That's the second play in a row the right personnel did not make it onto the field for Plymouth. That's not something he's used to.
For the Washington offense, Frederick Holscher is 3 for 4 passing, but it was a drop on third down the last drive that would have converted if it was hauled in. He's really looking good early on, and I'd expect Washington to continue putting it through the air with the way he's performed, especially on third down. Sway Poe, 10 carries for 54 yards. Hakeem Ruffin has 6 carries and a touchdown, but only 15 yards to show for it. So tough sledding for the running backs of Washington. Jose Castanada's back out there, standing 2 yards deep into his end zone. At the 46 of Plymouth stands the return man, Jaquez Ruffin. Snap is back. Kick is away. Right-footed boot sends Ruffin 2 yards ahead to the 45 where he fields it. Gets out of one tackle, going far side. He's at the hash marks, evades a tackler, but is tripped up near the numbers at the 41-yard line. It's a return of 5 yards after the punt. 3:36 left to go. Washington has it right where its last drive ended. This is a big opportunity for the Pan Pack to go into the locker room on top for the first time this season.
Short field for the Pack, really only about 20 yards outside of Ben McKeithen's field goal range.
3 receivers are right of Frederick Holscher. Malik Bell, Sway Poe, and Dawson Elk. Snaps to Holscher. Hands off up the middle. Hakeem Ruffin pushes across the 40 and is down at the 39-yard line. 2-yard rush giving him 17 yards in this first half. Second down 8. Wayne Johnson makes the stop. 3:20 left to go until halftime with the clock moving. Washington has 1 timeout remaining. Frederick Holscher doesn't appear to be in a rush. He went over to the Washington sideline near side and got the call from Sport Sawyer. Washington splits the huddle. 3 receivers set to the right side again. On the far side's Matt Black. He has all 3 catches for the Pan Pack. Standing next to Holscher's Ruffin. Snap, throw left. Black has it on a slant. He's inside the 30, down to the 25, and he is brought down just short of the 20-yard line. It is a gain of 18 yards on second down before Sadez Norman hauled down Matt Black. His 4th catch, and Washington's in business just outside the red zone.
It's hard to describe how much better the timing is tonight between Frederick Holscher and his receivers. But if Matt Black isn't made for the slant, I don't know who is. Perfect play.
2:50 left to go until halftime. Snaps to Holscher. Hands off to Ruffin. He lost his footing, and he still got a yard to the 19 since officially the line of scrimmage is the 20. Colin Cherry is credited for the easiest tackle he'll ever get. 2:30 left to go and the clock moving. Washington still doesn't appear to be in any kind of a hurry. Pan Pack has a timeout. 10-7 score. Plymouth's on top. A receiver splits to both sides of Holscher. 2 more join. Dawson Elks on the right side of the field. Running in the flat is Bell. Pass goes right side over the head of Sway Poe, but it was deflected as well by Jeremy Goddard, the strong safety. 3rd down, 9 coming up from the 19-yard line.
That's a pass play that's designed to go 1, 2, 3, throw the ball. He held it for a half a beat longer, and he really is lucky that ball wasn't picked off.
Holscher's now 4 for 6 passing. Do you put it through the air here again, though? Because if you run it, you can get a little bit closer if you don't get it. However, Mark Halbert is in the backfield. Fake the handoff to him. He's looking left. Holscher throws. Has Black in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Washington. 3rd down completion to Matt Black left side. And it's 13-10. Pack on our scoreboard.
Wow, what a throw. Presence of mind to pull the ball down. Matt Black stayed in his pattern, and Frederick put it right on the money in the end zone.
Sport Sawyer starting to gain some confidence in the young quarterback, Frederick Holscher. He's a junior, but he learned just days before the season started that he was going to be the starting quarterback of this team, and he puts Washington ahead 13-10 with 2:05 left to go until halftime. Here's McKeithen to add the extra point, and he's got it. 14-10 Washington. 2:05 left to go. We'll keep it right here. That was a big drive for Washington, which started at the 40-yard line. They covered those 40 yards, but included big-time plays on third down. We're talking about that slant to Matt Black left side, but also that third down touchdown, which was a dart that Black had to go up for. He dropped a couple of those this season, and he bobbled it a little bit, but Matt pulled this one in.
Just weeks ago, Frederick would have kept that ball and tried to turn the corner himself, but he stood back up, found Matt Black in the end zone. Great play for the young quarterback.
And I was talking with Sports Sawyer before the game about just the development of Frederick, and he said a big thing has been timing with his receivers. And since Washington hasn't had a complete week of practice to prepare for a game, that's where it's really hurt him. And he's starting to come on strong now. He has a good arm on him. Alban Paul puts the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Gets set to boot it on down from left to right. He approaches, and it's another one of those squib kicks near side. That's caught by Taquan White at the 25-yard line. He goes to the middle of the field, cuts out of one tackle, but he moves backwards right where he started at the 25. He's tackled there. And with 2 minutes right on the dot left to go, Plymouth, with no timeouts, moves from right to left with the offense taking the field.
Washington really needs to keep them bottled up here. I know Sports Sawyer might be looking forward to giving a "we're ahead" speech in that new field house, and I know the team's looking forward to hearing one of those.
It would be the first time Washington's been ahead going into the halftime locker room. We've already seen the first two Washington scores in the first half this season. Two receivers are right. Wing back comes in motion. Toss play from Cooper. Goes to the right side. Here is Aaron Wilkins in space. This play resulted in a touchdown 2 drives ago. This one will get Plymouth across the 30, out near the sticks at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard rush, setting up first down and 10 for Plymouth.
That's that really, really strange-looking play again. It really is a chest pass, and it's a lateral. So if they don't execute it properly, it could be a big risk.
It's a first down, and more importantly for Plymouth, it got out of bounds. So the ball's directly spotted at the 35. Two receivers go out right, and that wingback Wilkins now is more of a pseudo fullback on this play. Cooper has the snap. Hands off to Taquan White. He runs right, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage, met by Michael Clark, and the sophomore linebacker has him there for no gain. 100 seconds left to go in the first half. Washington's up 14-10 on the Plymouth Vikings.
Officially no game.
Second game of the week for Washington, though,
Yeah.
Monday and Friday.
That's right. And I was just going to add no timeouts left for the Plymouth Vikings in the half.
Washington still has one remaining. 1:22 left to go. Clock moving. Taquan White lines out near the hashes, left side. In motion comes Ronald Wilkins. He gets the handoff in the backfield. He is met by Uriah Lawrence. Got out of a tackle. He's going far side. He's at the 35-yard line. He gets to the 40, and somehow it's a Houdini act that Ronald Wilkins got out of a tackle, and he got 8 yards when he was met in the backfield near side, crossed field, and got an 8-yard gain. Third down 2 coming up from the 43-yard line.
Nazir Hardy saved a touchdown there.
And he did. Handoff right up the middle. It's Wilkins again, and Ronald has the first down across the 45 to the 47. That'll stop the clock with 39 seconds left to go until the sticks are moved and the ball is spotted. Mark Halbert with the stop. The Washington nose guard stopped him there. Clock begins to move with 37 seconds left to go.
Cooper's got the arm to put something downfield.
Let's see if he does it. He is deep in the backfield. He has the snap. Plenty of time to throw. He has all day. He rolls out, throws left, and playing center field for the interceptions, Rontavion Floyd. He has it at the 30, gets about 5 yards in the return back. There's some extracurricular activity. Nazir Hardy and Taquan White are pushing, and now Taquan White threw a punch. Taquan White threw a punch. Penalty flags fly in, and I wouldn't be surprised if Taquan White's thrown out of this football game. He threw a punch right in front of the Washington bench. 23 and 3/10 seconds left to go after the Rontavion Floyd interception. Washington will take over, and we'll see who the penalty flags will be issued to. There was pushing between Nazir Hardy and Taquan White, but White may have been charged with a penalty on the reaction and then the punch that was thrown afterwards. And if it is charged to Plymouth, that will move Washington right around midfield with 23 seconds to work with.
These teams just flat out don't like each other, and I'm not sure what the root cause of that is, but it shows itself every time we play.
It was frustration on the part of Taquan White, who was boxed out by 2 or 3 defenders. It was a poor decision on the throw by Samir Cooper, and that is his 4th interception of the season. He has 3 touchdown passes. The officials are still talking it over. D. Glover is the head official, and I think one of them has a piece of paper out to see the name of the player. And usually when that happens, you might be thinking about ejections. And Taquan White threw a punch right in front of the Washington bench. I don't know what the officials called it, but he should not be playing in this football game moving forward. That's unacceptable behavior at the high school level.
I think he's done for the night.
It's on Plymouth. The penalty's on Plymouth. Did they throw him out of the game, though? That's the question. They charged 2 penalties to Plymouth. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
Josh, you get something like one of those slant plays to Matt Black here, and you might be able to get inside Ben McKeithen's range.
Taquan White has been ejected from the football game. No surprises there. It's the right call. 23 and 3/10 seconds left to go. Sway Poe is calling for the crowd to make some noise. However, Washington has the football. Don't get too loud.
Right, and I think the officials are over there explaining all of this to Robert Cody, who, to his credit, was on the far side of the field and didn't see it as well as we did.
It's absolutely the right call. I don't care what level of football it is, you can't throw punches. And when you do, it's unacceptable. The push, you could get the 15-yarder, but then the subsequent punch, which came after Dawson Elks, I think, went to try and break it up afterwards, coming off the Washington sideline. 23 and 3/10 seconds left to go. It all came after a Rontavion Floyd interception. And the ball's at the 46. First down 10 coming up. Washington's up, by the way, if you're just joining us, 14-10. After the touchdown pass 19 yards away from Frederick Holscher to Matt Black last drive. Let's see if Washington puts it through the air here. Washington still has 1 timeout left. 23 seconds to work with. 3 receivers left, 1 to the near side right. Snaps to Holscher. Handoff comes to Ruffin. He is snowed underneath by Wayne Johnson. It's a gain of 2 yards, and that's a huge hit right off first down. Timeout Washington with 17.5 left. It looked like Washington was trying to catch him off guard. Plymouth wasn't. Boom.
Yeah, we ran the counter trap inside, and Plymouth made kind of a statement tackle there.
44-yard line.
You know, Josh, what we're looking for is some sort of 15, 20-yard gain, and Ben McKeithen's got the leg to hit it from out there. I think we can get there.
That's a big loss, by the way, though, with Taquan White. He's someone they like to use on offense, move him in motion, but also he's a very good cornerback who gets involved on defense. I think that's where the loss is going to be even bigger with the ejection.
Yeah, and to your point, I mean, Plymouth is just not a deep football team, so any starter on either side of the football, much less both, is going to hurt them down the stretch.
It's a 1A school, and on top of that, you're talking about a program that dismissed 15 players earlier this season. 17.5 seconds left. Out of the timeout, 2nd down 8 from the 44 Plymouth. Holscher has the snap, looks in the flat. Now he goes to his second option, nothing there. He's going to try and run it. Needs a block. Gets across the first down marker. He's out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 12-yard gain for Frederick Holscher on 2nd down 8. And with 10.3 left to go, that's a very smart play, going through his options, seeing nothing there, tucking it down to run, getting the first down, but also getting out of bounds.
Great block on the backside there by Matt Black, who curled back, sprung Frederick to the sideline, and the big point there is getting out of bounds.
10.3 seconds left. The ball is at the 30, so it's a 14-yard run for Holscher as he reached the ball out in front of the Washington sideline. 3 receivers are left. That's Bell, Poe, and Elks. Near side's Matt Black. Ball at the right hash. Snap is to Holscher. He looks. Has time. Rolls out of the pocket. Going to throw one across the middle of the field. Has a man wide open. Elks drops a touchdown. Dawson Elks drops a touchdown. He had it at the 5-yard line, and no one was standing around him. With 4.3 seconds left to go, Holscher delivered a good ball that, to his credit, to Elks' credit, was slightly behind him, but that's one you got to haul in.
It was behind him. Frederick was throwing across his body, but really impressive the way Frederick checked down his progression and found Elks wide open.
Now what do? I don't think Ben McKeithen has the leg from 47, so it looks like Washington's going to try and throw for the end zone here. 4.3 seconds left. Who do you throw to in this situation? You don't really have many tall options. The tallest receiver is Quayshawn Gaynor, but he's not on the field. 3 receivers left, 1 on the right, and Washington doesn't get the playoff in time. The play clock came in on Washington late. They had no timeouts, and that'll just move them back to the 35-yard line.
Josh, I think what you got to do here is run nearly everybody, all but one receiver, into the end zone, almost Hail Mary style, and look for the lone receiver curling underneath, short of the end zone, and hope that he can catch it, haul it in, run into the end zone from there.
Washington didn't break the huddle till 12 seconds left on the play clock. Now there's 10 seconds left on the play clock. 4.3 left, last play of the first half. Holscher, pump fakes. He is brought down in the backfield. Nobody. Blocked. Wayne Johnson near side. It is a 4-yard sack, and that's the first half. Washington High School's up 14-10 on the Plymouth Vikings. The field the last couple, so keep an eye on the surprise onside kick. He approaches, and he boots it right down the middle of the field. Sway Poe and Hakeem Ruffin are back. Sway Poe on the rolling ball, picks it up at the 15-yard line, crosses the 20. He's at the numbers 30. Breaks out of one tackle. He's across the 40. Still up on his feet to the 50-yard line, and he is finally brought down at the 44-yard line of Plymouth. Josh Downing was the one to down Sway Poe, but after fielding it at the 15-yard line on what appeared to be a broken return, Sway Poe got 41 yards out of the return, and Washington starts at the 43.
Really starting to see things come together for Washington. The communication between the 2 deep backs there as they set up the block really sprung Sway Poe.
11:51 left to go after 9 seconds elapsed on the return. 14-10 Washington. 2 receivers are left. Handoff goes to Mark Halbert. Here's his first run of the year. Penalty flags fly in, and he's down near the 40-yard line. The line of scrimmage was officially the 42, not the 43. We'll see what the penalty flag is. Chop block called near side. I think it's going to be on Alston O'Neill as he was trying to pull and stop Wayne Johnson, who was coming around that end. That'll send Washington back. Mark Halbert appearing in the backfield a good bit in this first half. That was his first carry of the season, but it won't count. The chop block is a big call because that moves Washington back all the way to its own 45-yard line, a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which was the 40 of Plymouth. So that can really send you back. Washington needs to get to the 32 of Plymouth. Snap, handoff, Halbert. Here's his first carry, and he's driven back after getting maybe a yard on first down at 25.
The Pan Pack has really got to maintain its focus here. Heavily penalized leading up in the games leading up to tonight. Not that many flags tonight. That was a big one, as you said. Really put us behind the chains. I think we're probably going to have to go back to the air, Josh, probably sooner than Sports Sawyer wanted to.
When Andre Hines made the stop, it gave him 2 yards. So second down, 23 here from Washington's own 47. Snap, handoff. Hakeem Ruffin met right at the line, no gain. And that's a big hit once again. And there's Quanandre Hines applying the hit. No gain. Third down, 23 coming up. And there's not really a play you have in the playbook for this, is there?
No, you're just going to try to get part of this and then maybe have a close fourth down that you can go for.
Third down.
And 10 3/4 minutes left to go, third quarter. Washington's up 14-10 on Plymouth, first drive of the second half. Holscher in the gun, has the snap, makes a handoff to Poe, goes to Hakeem Ruffin, and he's brought down in the backfield for a loss of 2. There's Javion Sproul, near side, and that was a drive that had a lot of promise with the big return from Sway Poe of 44 yards, but instead ends with Washington sputtering after a penalty. 4th down at 25 coming up. And Ben McKeithen's on to boot it away. Taquan White's typically the return man on punts. The kickoff return man, Josh Downing, is in there now. He had 2 returns of touchdowns last week on kickoffs. Here's the boot. That takes a bounce at the 25-yard line, rolls inside the 20, down to the 13, and continues to roll down to the 12. Ben McKeithen from the 45-yard line with a big boot here that covered a lot of yardage. That's a punt of 42 yards of net yardage, and with 9:48 left to go, Plymouth will start deep in its own territory.
Couldn't have come at a better time. Get them in bad field position, leading off the half. Maybe we can bottle them up down there.
That's the second time that Ben McKeithen has booted Plymouth inside the 20-yard line. Once he got him at the 10, and now to the 12-yard line. First play from this wing T offense. Cooper turns, hands to the first man in. It's Wilkins. That's Ronald. He goes right up the middle. Make that Aaron Wilkins, I beg your pardon. And it's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. On 1st down and 10.
Jackson.
Actually, check that. That's the first carry for Jaquay Jackson today. I beg your pardon. That's the 5'11", 190-pound fullback going right up the middle. He had 1 carry last week, a 4-yard touchdown. Turner Ragland has the Washington stop. 9:20 left to go. Clock moving in the first quarter. In motion comes Aaron Jackson, and the handoff goes to Wilkins, this time left side, and it is a gain of nothing. Uriah Lawrence stonewalled Ronald Wilkins right at the line of scrimmage. And now, 3rd down and 5, forthcoming from the 17-yard line.
Opening up the game, we talked about how you have to play assignment football against Plymouth. We know they're going to come back against the grain with the counter trap, and Uriah Lawrence was right there waiting.
Crowd beginning to get loud here. Wing T formation yet again for Plymouth. In motion comes Aaron Wilkins. Snap, handoff, cut play right to the left side, and Ronald Wilkins is brought down short of the line. Walter Carter has the stop. He lunged the football ahead to get the spot to the 19, but he only got 2 yards. On 3rd down and 5, they get 2, so it's 4th down and 3. Here comes Jose Castaneda to punt it away for Plymouth.
Coach Blank's gone after a couple already. He must see something that leads him to believe they can block one.
Rontavion Floyd is typically the gunner who usually goes for these blocks. Let's see if he can get one here. 8 minutes left to go. Snap is a low one. Here's the boot, and they got it! Rontavion Floyd blocked the punt, and the ball falls forward to the 27-yard line. Rontavion Floyd blocked the punt, and now Plymouth is saying that they should have the football since Washington didn't avoid it, and they're thinking about giving them first down yardage. They're thinking about giving Plymouth first down yardage here, and they might have a case, Archie. No, it's Washington football. Washington avoided it, and they should have. 7:54 left to go, and guess who? Rontavion Floyd got a hand on the punt, and Washington will take over at the Plymouth 31-yard line.
Really neat block strategy there. They dropped 2 guys back to make it look like a return, and he came hard from the left side.
Washington leads at 14-10 and has the football with great field position again. However, that chop block sent Washington back on its last drive after a big return from Sway Poe. Special teams has really helped the Pan Pac today, punting, return, and also blocking now. Jet sweep comes near side. Here's Sway Poe. He gets across the 25, and he's near the 20-yard line. It's a big run on first down with the sticks at the 27-yard line as the ball was moved a little bit forward from the initial spot. Uriah Lawrence, Wayne Johnson, 32, in the other blue, making the stop. It's a gain of 7 yards to the 20-yard line, setting up 2nd down 3.
When we don't know what to do, we go double wing, and that's what we did right there.
One receiver to the left is Dawson Elks. The double wing out again. On the left side is Sway Poe. Fake a handoff to him. Up the middle, it's Hakeem Ruffin, and he pushes ahead. He has about 2 yards, and he needed to get 3 on 2nd down 3. I'm not sure if he has it. I think he pushed forward to the 18-yard line. Deidre Whitehead stopped him, but they're giving Washington the first down, and Spotty get right at the 17-yard line.
Kept his knees moving. I think he did pick up that extra yard, but yet again, another generous spot by the officials.
7:10 left to go. in the third quarter. Washington up 14-10. Double wing look. Receiver left is Dawson Elks. In motion is Matt Black. He has the handoff on the jet sweep going to the far side. Tries to cut it back, and he backpedals his way across the 15-yard line as he was hit to the 14. Washington getting a good gain on first down of 4 yards to the 13-yard line. Second down, 6 coming up.
If you watch the difference between Sway Poe running that jet sweep and Matt Black, you just pick a lane and you hit it. That's all you got to do.
The tackle made by Keandre Swain, the linebacker. Where's number 40? 6:25 left to go. Snap the Holscher. Handoff again for the double wing. Fumbling the football's Poe. And did he get back on it? I don't think he did. Plymouth recovers with Wayne Johnson. It's the 4th fumble from Sway Poe this season, and it comes in the red zone. Plymouth recovers the ball with 6:21 left to go, and another promising drive for Washington ends with disappointment. 14-10 to score for Washington as Plymouth takes over at its own 16-yard line.
Looked like it was kind of an unclean exchange there, and maybe Sway was trying to get his hands on the ball, get it tucked away a little bit. Defender reached in and popped it loose.
DQ McCall has come in on defense on the line. It looks like John Blank wants to go with a bigger line to match this front from Plymouth. In motion's Aaron Wilkins. Spinning. Cooper. Hands off. Right up the middle. Ronald Wilkins running left, and that counter play is good for about 7 yards on first down. Across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Michael Clark spun down Ronald Wilkins. 6:03 and the clock moving left to go. Second drive of the second half for Plymouth. 4-point lead in motion again is Wilkins. The gut play up the middle is snuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And Plymouth short of a first down. And Jaquay Jackson gets his second carry. And this one will go nowhere. And at the 24-yard line, they spot it, so he technically gets a yard. Turner Ragland and Uriah Lawrence drove him backwards after that minimal gain. Third down and 2 yards to go. Ball at the 24. Plymouth needs the 26. Big play here. Toss play right. Here comes Jaquay Jackson. Can he get to the sticks? I don't think so. He's pushed out of bounds right near the 26. Quayshawn Gaynor with great closing speed to push him out of bounds on that far boundary. And it's 4th down and a couple of feet for Plymouth. Decision time at your own 25-yard line. And Gaynor comes out of the ball game for this 4th down play.
I would really be surprised to see old school Coach Cody go for this. It's just too much to risk.
And you're right. Here comes Jose Castaneda, but you have to think about the fake here since it's such minimal yards. Ball's at the 25.5. You need to get to the 26. 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. Washington's up 14-10. Punting unit out. Washington blocked the last punt with Rontavion Floyd. And penalty markers are down. Delay of game. So now for sure you're punting it away. 4:17 left to go after the delay of game. That's the second time Plymouth's been charged with that. Washington's been charged with it twice as well. That same foul. Ball moves back to the 20-yard line.
You expect to see a demonstrative look from Cody, but nothing.
Castaneda gets this one away. One hops to Ruffin. Did he touch it? I believe he did. It's going to be a fumble on the muffed punt. Wayne Johnson picks it up at the 35-yard line. He couldn't decide whether or not he wanted to field it off one hop. He approached it, it bounced, and he flagged it up in the air. Javion Sproul, not Wayne Johnson, has it at the 35-yard line, and a special teams blunder gives Plymouth the football, flipping the field to the Washington 35.
Again, that looks so attractive to field the ball on the bounce, but really the play there is to just get away from it.
Oh, goodness. 4:09 left to go. The wing back moves from the left side to the right. It's Wilkins. He gets the carry, pushing over to the right side and on the boundary. And It's going to be a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. Jaquay Jackson, that is, not Wilkins, gets that carry, and he's starting to get involved here. He's a bigger back, 190 pounds, 5'11". Cooper Anderson had to haul him down. It's a gain of 7 yards to the 28-yard line.
You know, talking to Coach Sawyer from time to time during the year, he's wondered about the team's savvy, just having 11 players out there that know the game situationally.
Single receiver wide to the right is Josh Downing. Two backs in the backfield. More of a double wing look here. Ronald Wilkins is that wing on the right. Handoff goes to Aaron Wilkins. He runs behind tackle right side. He's inside the 25-yard line. He has a first down for Plymouth down to the 24, maybe the 23-yard line. Quayshawn Gaynor got him a little bit late. 6-yard gain on second down and 3. The line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line of Washington. And Plymouth is approaching the red zone.
Times in every game, Josh, where the defense has to stiffen. This is it for the Pan Pack.
Single receiver right is Downing yet again. Wing on the left side is Wilkins. He's in motion. Snap. Handoff on the counter play left. Here comes Ronald Wilkins with plenty of room across the 20, across the 15. Spun down inside the 15-yard line. He's near a first down before free safety Cooper Anderson dropped him. It's a first down on the gain of 10. Here comes first down and 10 from the 12 of Washington High School.
That's the 5th time in the third quarter they've run that play. Coach Cody sees something there and keeps going back to it.
Ball is directly at the middle of the field. Washington's up 14-10 with 2:50 left to go. Two backs in the backfield. The wing right is Laqueon Drayden, who's replacing Taquan White out there after he was ejected in the first half. False start going to be called before the snap on Plymouth. That'll move them back, and that's big. Down to the 17-yard line.
That's huge. Thinking back to the first drive opening the game, Josh, where an illegal procedure call stalled the drive for Plymouth.
Also led to a timeout that allowed for Washington to catch its breath and figure things out. Maybe that'll do that here. Plymouth does have a good field goal kicker that hit from 38 yards away on that opening drive. That's Jose Castanado. He's also the punter. 2:28 left to go. Three backs in the backfield. Snap. Handoff. Fullback pushes ahead. He's not going to get much, if anything, from the 17-yard line. Driven backwards by Cooper Anderson is the fullback Jaquay Jackson. And it's no gain. Second down, 15, forthcoming for this Plymouth offense. Let's take a break, 10 seconds for station ID.
This is 103.7 WTIB, Williamston, Greenville, Rocky Mount, your home for Henry Hinton and Talk of the Town, and Tom and Sadie in the afternoon.
1:44 left to go. Second down, 15. Toss play goes left. And the up man, Ronald Wilkins, has the handoff, gets across the 15-yard line, and he's about at the 14.5 near side hash. Penalty flags fly in, though, and we'll see if this play upholds. Walter Carter came around that end and nearly got the back. He may have been held up, and a holding call is going to be issued to Plymouth. That'll move them back, and now you're starting to teeter your way out of field goal range. After it was first down at 10 from the 12-yard line, you have a false start and now a holding call that moves you all the way back to the 31-yard line.
That was little Aaron Wilkins. He's about 40 pounds lighter than his big brother, and he had to hold to make something happen there.
How do you like this? Second down and 29. Snap to Cooper. Looks, end zone, right side, has a man, and it's caught. Touchdown, right side. A beautiful ball to Josh Downing from 31 yards away.
Yeah, he got behind Nazir Hardy out there, and we said it from the pregame and several times during the first half. He's got the arm to get it downfield.
An absolute dart from Samir Cooper to the right side as he gunned one past the non-suspecting Washington secondary, and it's a touchdown on 2nd and 29 from the 31-yard line. 16-10 Plymouth, or 16-14, I beg your pardon. Castaneda has the extra point. It's 17-14. We're back in a minute for more play-by-play action on WTIB.
The Washington High School Playmakers will present their fall production, Dearly Beloved, on Saturday, October 21st and 22nd at 7 p.m. in the Washington High School Auditorium. Tickets are $5. You can purchase them from a cast member. You can purchase them here at school or at the door. Support the Washington High School Playmakers in their fall production, Dearly Beloved, Friday and Saturday, October 21st and 22nd. Castaneda to kick off for Plymouth.
Short touchdown connection between Cooper and Downing. It's 17-14 Tarboro. Plymouth. Too many Vikings on my screen. Kick goes far side from Jose Castaneda. It's fielded by Jaquez Ruppin. He runs near side, breaks out of a tackle to the 25, across the 30. He's across the 35, breaks out of another tackle at the 40. He gets to the hash marks, to the numbers at the 45. It's a big return for Jaquez Ruppin to the 46-yard line.
What a second effort. He was completely stood up, kept turning and broke out for another 8 yards.
That's a return of 28 yards. And Washington starting to get things going on special teams. An injured party is down, and it's the kicker, Castaneda. Usually coaches tell players, hey, if you're a kicker, we need you as a specialist. Don't get involved in the tackle. He nearly had Jaquez Ruppin down and couldn't spin him down. So now he goes to the sideline, and that could be a factor as he spins on all fours now on the far side out of play. Here comes the Washington offense, which starts at the 46-yard line. Holscher has the snap. He hands the sway Poe. Poe, make it Hakeem Ruppin. No, that is Poe. Gets across the 48 to the 50. Push the ball ahead to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4 yards on first down, setting up second down 6 on the right hash mark.
Logan Kraft there, great block.
Sway Poe fumbled the football his last carry, which then set up the series of events. There was a punt deep in the territory that Jaquez Ruppin got a piece of on the muffed punt to set up the touchdown. Snap, jet sweep, left side, Matt Black. He's across the 46-yard line, or no, they're going to spot it right there at the 46. 3-yard gain on second down and 5. So now it'll be third down and about 2. Deidre Whitehead has the stop. That's not a good spot. They have it at the 47. 8 seconds left. Will they get a play off? Double wing formation, single receiver left. Snaps to Holscher on third down. He's going to try and run it himself. I think it's a broken play as he didn't expect to have that football. And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line. 17-14 is the score. Washington trails it now going into the fourth against the Plymouth Vikings. We'll see if they can rally from behind when we return on WTIB.
Shaking up on the play, number 64, Avion Braxton. Let's give him a hand. As we begin the fourth quarter,
Where are we?
Number 20, Josh Downing, is deep for Plymouth.
Hello. And we're back here at Wagner Stadium. 17-14. Apologize for the delay. Plymouth is up 17-14 on the Pan Pack. Injured player down at the 40. Coming out of that break, Avion Braxton was down, the big center for Plymouth, and he had a teammate fall on his leg, Deidre Whitehead, and he was brought to the sideline, and that's a big loss going into this drive. 11:47 left to go. Plymouth has the football after Washington booted it away. Washington allowed a touchdown on the last series from the Vikings. A 31-yard strike on 2nd and 29. Cooper hitting Downing over the top with a spinning over-the-shoulder catch in the end zone, far side right. Player down on the field at the 40-yard line we've yet to identify, but we will when his number is visible to us. Our sponsors, GW Walker & Sons in downtown Washington, East Coast Equipment, Talos Hospital Pharmacy, Lee Chevrolet, Vidant Beaufort Hospital, nationwide agent Dave Alton, Beaufort Community College, the Potash Corp Aurora, Rod Cantrell of Edward Jones Investments, the Williams Auto Body, and the Rich Company. Starting at the 19-yard line, that's where Plymouth will work things back. First down and 10. While the injured party's still down, we'll return in a minute on WTIB.
This year. That's 2 weeks from tonight, October the 14th, as the Pan Pack welcome the Cougars of Southwest Edgecombe. Don't forget the homecoming parade in downtown Washington at 4 o'clock on that same day. Number 32, Wayne Johnson. Let's give him a hand.
Another warrior.
The injured player down was Wayne Johnson. He was helped off to the far side, and man, I'll tell you what, this Plymouth team had already a player ejected, a team that already had dismissed 15 players and is a 1A school. 2 more players drop out with Jose Castaneda getting hurt and Wayne Johnson on consecutive plays. Here is the snap, handoff, Cooper running left side, and the give came off to Ronald Wilkins. He jetted ahead right near the line of scrimmage. It was first down and 10 from the 19-yard line. He gets out across the 25 down to the 27, so it's a gain of 8 yards on first down, setting up second down 3. Cooper Anderson made the stop.
These guys may get worn down. We expected that, but just like last year, they'll keep giving you everything they've got until the very end.
Wing T formation. Handoff. Goes left side once, again to the fullback, and then he scooted his way near right tackle. Jaquay Jackson, the fullback, gets his 5th carry of the second half. Turner Ragland can't get him in time to stop him short. It's a 4-yard gain. First down 10 to the 31-yard line of Plymouth. Plymouth now protecting a 17-14 lead. It's the 3rd time Plymouth has had the lead. They've had leads of 3-0, 10-7, and now 17-14. Washington loading up the box with no receivers out there. Snap, handoff. Ronald Wilkins gets around tackle. He breaks away. He's across to the 40-yard line to the 43 before he is spun down at the 45. pile driving him to the grass fields, Nasir Hardy. It's a first down again and a 14-yard rush. Sets up Plymouth, first down 10 from the 45.
Josh, Robert Cody's just getting right behind his big center, Cherry, number 65. And the clock's on his side, and he's just getting everything he can up the middle.
Robert Cody's the coach. I guess, is that what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant.
Okay, I was just saying. Robert Cody, he's an older guy. I could see him running behind those holes.
I think he could get something done behind Cherry, too.
10 minutes, 28 seconds left to go. Josh Graham, Archie Jennings, and John McCormick on side here at Washington High School, Wagner Stadium. Coming off the field hurt, 54, left tackle, Darrell Andrews. In the words of Robert Cody, he said this is the smallest offensive line he's had in 32 years, and he has a guy who's 6'2", 275, and 6'1", 285. I guess that's saying something.
Yeah, you know, Plymouth, year over year, they come up with these huge guys. I don't know where they come from, but that's a tradition.
10:15 left to go. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Toss play comes right. Here's Aaron Wilkins coming towards us across the 45-yard line. Gets outside the numbers. Weaves his way to the 49. When he is stopped right there, it's a gain of 4 yards on first down. And it will bring up second down 6 from the 49-yard line. Nasir Hardy on that boundary made the stop yet again for Washington.
Sports Sergeant just walked by John Blank. Not a word was said, but it need not be. He needs the ball back. That's what he needs.
With his knee being brought down on the near boundary, they only give him 2. Or make it 3, bringing up second down 7. At the 48-yard line, snap. Left-handed toss to the far side, and Washington telegraphs it all the way. Hit in the backfield at the 44-yard line. Washington gets a big hit with Uriah Lawrence snowing under Ronald Wilkins. It's a loss of 4 yards. And it will be third down and 13 coming up, or third down and 12 coming up.
Uriah Lawrence fought off the double team there, slipped through the 2 defenders, and made a tackle. Great play.
This is a big play right here. We'll see if Plymouth decides to put it through the air on 3rd and 12. Cooper drops the pass, throws left side, wide open receiver, and it's dropped at the 48. It was behind Wilkins, so I think Washington would have been able to catch up with them. Turner Ragland and Logan Little were pursuing in the area. But with 8:51 left to go, that's a big drop. And on comes the punt team for Plymouth. But it's not Jose Castaneda. He is still hurt and not able to punt it away. He's already had a punt block. It's backup quarterback Aaron Gibson in here to boot it away. At the 27-yard line stands Jaquez Ruffin. Let's see if Washington sends the dogs here. 8:51 left to go. 4th down and 12 from the 44-yard line. Snap is low. Here's the boot. It's a left-footed boot, and it's going to angle its way out of bounds after a roll at the 36, across the 35 to the 33-yard line. Decent punt for the backup punter and backup quarterback, but Washington has good field position at the 33-yard line with 8:44 left to go.
Gibson's acting like he's disappointed, but he was just glad to get that thing out of there. He was so nervous. It looked like he was dancing the samba.
Oh, no doubt about it. Washington didn't really send much pressure, though, which is surprising. 2 receivers near side, 2 backs in the backfield. Snap the Holscher, and the play is broken up in the backfield as Poe got the carry, and he's brought down after the initial rush was evaded. It's going to be a loss of 1, maybe 2, depending on the spot. Wayne Johnson's back in the game. He has the tackle with 8:26 left to go and the clock moving. It's a 2-yard loss back at the 31-yard line.
They're keying on Poe, Josh. I'm not sure that's going to be there for the rest of the game.
2nd down and 12 from the 31. Holscher in the gun has the snap. Looks left, straight at Dawson Elks. Passes high, but caught by Elks. He lost it, and it's hauled in before the ball hit the turf. It should be an interception, but no, ruled incomplete. It's Washington's favor. So Des Norman appeared to catch that off the hop, but he doesn't seem too disappointed with it, so maybe he thought it hit the ground too. It didn't appear so. Dawson Elks had to go right through his mitts, though. He hasn't had a grab, and in that matter of fact, no receiver has a catch outside of Matt Black. 3rd down, 12 from the 31-yard line of Washington High School. 8 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. The Pan Pac has all of its timeouts. So do the Plymouth Vikings. The Vikings are up 17-14. Snaps to Holscher. He looks left. Gonna throw one. Down in the flat is Black, and he dropped it. He had it at the 47-yard line. It was a wheel route, left side, right in front of the Washington bench, and he couldn't haul it in, even though Holscher put it right on the spot.
Hands on top instead of catching it underneath. It was there.
7:59 left to go. Here's Ben McKeithen. Washington with a record of 0-5, going up against the defending Class 1A state champs, the Plymouth Vikings, who are 2-3. After dropping the first 3 games, Plymouth has won the last 2 in decisive fashion, winning by scores of 41-7 over Camden County and 52-0 over Columbia a week ago. Snaps low to McKeithen, but no pressure. He boots this one away. It's a line drive that takes a bounce at the 35-yard line, rolls inside the 30. Now at the 25-yard line, and will be down at the 24. A huge punt by Ben McKeithen yet again sends Plymouth back, and it didn't seem like Plymouth had much interest in fielding the football there, which is surprising. It is a 45-yard punt for Ben McKeithen, who has done his job tonight.
He's had a super night. Several punts, turning the game around, pinning Plymouth back further than they've been most of the year.
2 punts inside the 20-yard line, 1 to the 10, and that one covering 45 yards is his longest punt. 7:49 left to go. Plymouth's up 17-14, has the football pinned in its own territory at the 24. Snap, handoff, right up the middle. There is Wilkins. And he gets a couple and then driven backwards. Forward progress is halted at the 27-yard line. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down 8.
Really need to stop here. You know, if we watch Washington over the course of the season, really kind of a methodical rhythm. So we're going to need a little time to drive the ball down the field.
Fans have hands around their faces. Some are biting their fingernails in what's been a close game here. Last couple of weeks have been close here in the second half. 7:13 left to go and the clock moving. Washington electing not to use its timeouts just yet. Cooper has it deep in the gun, flips one right side. Here's Aaron Wilkins, cuts it back across the 27 to the 28. He'll get a yard. 3rd down and 7 yards to go coming up here for this Plymouth offense. And a big play forthcoming. Turner Ragland, yet another stop. He's arguably been the best defensive player for Washington. Another one of those. Nazir Hardy has come up with picks at big time. This would be a big time here if he can pull one down.
Fans on their feet.
6:35 left to go. 3rd down, 7. Ball's at the 28-yard line. Plymouth needs to get to the 35. In the guns, Cooper. In motion from the right to the left goes Wilkins. Snap. Here comes the pressure. And Mark Halpert hits the quarterback. Ball comes loose. Strip sack, and the ball is recovered by... We'll see. The officials haven't ruled it yet. Washington's pointing in its direction. Players are coming out of the pile, and it is Turner Ragland with the football. Washington off the strip sack from Mark Halbert, who came around the right side and hit Cooper, recovers the football, and with 6:11 left to go, Washington takes over down by 3.
I was talking to a former player earlier in the day, and we talked about how much of Coach Blank's defensive scheme is about pressure. We finally got the pressure he's been looking for.
That came on 3rd down. It wasn't Nazir Hardy coming up with a turnover, but Mark Halbert did the job. 6:11 left to go, and that was a stunt as well from the nose guard. Jet sweep. Here's Matt Black. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage on 1st down, running from right to left. And with 6:02 left to go, it's a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. It's a loss of 3. 2nd down and 13 coming up from the 25-yard line.
Got to execute here. Probably looking for something in an intermediate pass play. And, of course, Matt Black's been the favorite target.
Juan-Andre Rines, the outside linebacker, got Black. Snap. Handoff is to Poe. He runs right. He's hit at the line, but he breaks out of one tackle. Stiff arms another. Gets across the 20. He is out to the 15. 10. Still in bounds before being pushed out inside the 10. Oh, it's a big run of 15 yards as he's rolled out at the 10-yard line. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. Stiff armed another one. And it is 1st down and goal coming up depending on the spot, it might be first down and 10 for Washington. But regardless, with 5:29 left to go, Washington's in business, and there's an injured player down on the field. That is big number 58 in there, or big number 50. Quanandre Rhines will step aside while he's being tended to. Washington in business, down 17-14, but driving.
Shaken up on the play for Plymouth is number 50, Quanandre Rhines. Number 50, Quanandre Rhines. Let's give him a hand.
They come in and we're running right. We're running this way. End zone right here. We need to start.
Ball spotted at the Plymouth 9-yard line. First down, go to go, Washington.
After the 16-yard run by Sway Poe down to the 9-yard line, it's first down and goal for the Washington offense. Washington trails 17-14. Taking the Wildcat snap is Sway Poe. He runs it left, and he gets 2 yards down to the 7-yard line running left. 5:22 left to go. Quanandre Rhines was brought off the field injured, and he was limping off, favoring his left leg. Deidre Whitehead makes the tackle for Plymouth. The right defensive tackle. 5:05 left to go. Washington's to the line. Second down goal from the 7-yard line. Wildcat formation again here. Sway Poe running right. The penalty flags fly in before the snap, and it's a false start. Why run a different formation that you haven't run all game here down by 3 inside the 10-yard line, Archie?
Well, I think that's the formation that they can run the hurry up with. They saw Plymouth kind of walking around, hands on hips, taking tape off, and they tried to get up to the line of scrimmage really quickly.
That sends Washington back to the 12. So it'll be second down and goal from the 12-yard line. 4:56 left to go. You're in field goal range. You have Ben McKeithen. You could tie this game up. One receiver's left. Wing, double wing formation. Snap. Fake handoff to Poe. It is a counter play left to Matt Black. He's inside the 10. He's down near the 5-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain on second down and goal from the 12. So it will be third down and goal from the 5. Left hash, Sadez Norman made the stop.
Josh, that is one of our bread and butter plays, and I think it was the first time it's worked all year.
Sway Poe is left of the line in the double wing on the right side. It is Matt Black. Here's the snap. Fumble the football. Sway Poe picks it back up, and he is brought down in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards. And that play just blew up at the line. And it's going to be a loss of 6, rather, to the 11. Now this brings up a 27-yard field goal attempt inside 4 minutes left to go. Both teams have all of their timeouts, so here comes the kicking unit. From the left hash, it will be a 27-yard kick. Nope. It's going to be about a 29-yard kick here to tie the game. Snap, ball down, kick on the way. It's blocked. It's blocked by Plymouth. It gets near the goal post. It's underneath of it. Plymouth blocked the field goal, and with 3:37 left to go, racing over to that far sideline, the Plymouth team is fired up, getting a hand on the football. A blocked punt, and that'll set up Plymouth at the 22-yard line, I think. They'll work it back, but still, that is a huge, huge miss, but a bigger play for this Plymouth team.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with the snap or the hold. They must have just gotten some pressure up the middle, and one of those big guys got a big paw up and blocked it.
Putting the ball down at the 20 now. Should be at the 19, but they put it at the 20. Handoff is to Ronald Wilkins. He runs left, has a good push off the line. He's across the 25, running near the hash marks, and following left tackle. He's near the sticks yet again, but will be spotted just short of the first down by about 2 yards. It's an 8-yard gain to the 28-yard line on 1st and 10. Do you start calling timeouts now? I don't think so.
No, I think you got to get them to something behind the sticks. They're just too likely to get a first down here.
Play clock to 18. 3:05 left to go. Wing T formation. 17-14 Plymouth on top of Washington High School. In motions, Aaron Wilkins. Snap. Handoff up the middle. The fullback's close to a first down. I think he has it at the 30. It will depend on the spot. Jaquay Jackson has 2. He has the first down. And with 2:45 left to go, it's a first down for Plymouth. Now you're in territory where you absolutely need this stop. Right here.
Right here, and if the trend holds, they're coming right at us up the middle.
Clock moving inside. 2.5 minutes left to go. 14 left on the play clock. In motion comes Wilkins. Snap. Handoff to Ronald Wilkins. He runs left. He has blockers. Gets near the sticks again on first down. And we'll see where they had him down at. They have him a yard short of the first down sticks. And at this point, Washington's better off letting him get the first down. And one official is actually at the 40. Are they going to give him the first down?
Looks like it. They're moving the sticks, I think.
Nope, they gave him 9. One. Actually, the sticks say they have first down and 10. Now the sticks begin to move. Timeout, Washington. 2:17 left to go. We'll be back in a minute. First down and 10 for this Plymouth offense sends Ronald Wilkins left side, and Washington gets the stop after a gain of 3 yards on first down to the 43-yard line. 2nd down, 7 coming up. Second timeout called by Washington. This is where they need a stop. If they don't get it on this series, it's game over. Turn the lights out, Archie.
Absolutely. Started calling the timeouts. It's the right thing to do, but this is it.
2:09 left to go. To keep you posted on what's already happened in this game, first drive of the game, Plymouth drove and got a field goal to make it 3-0. Washington responded, though, with a long touchdown drive that covered 63 yards and was capped with a 1-yard touchdown run by Hakeem Ruffin. Then in the second quarter, 10-7 was made the score after a touchdown run of 56 yards by the running back Aaron Wilkins in space right side. And Washington did respond, though. It was Matt Black finding an opening left side on 3rd down and 9 from the 19. They convert with a touchdown from 19 yards away. First touchdown of the career for Frederick Holscher. And your halftime score was, in fact, 14-10. Only touchdown of the second half was a 31-yard bomb on 2nd and 29 between Samir Cooper to Josh Downing. That was his first touchdown catch of the season. Now it is 2nd down and 6. 1 timeout left for Washington. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Plymouth up 17-14 on Washington. 2:09 left in motion against Ronald Wilkins. Handoff goes right up the middle, and moving his way across the sticks for the first downs, Aaron Wilkins. He spun his way across the 50 down to the 46. Washington only has 1 timeout, and I think you have to use it, but either way, it looks like it could be victory formation now for Plymouth. On its way to its 3rd straight victory, Washington looks like it's going to fall to 0-6.
We
That's a heartbreaker.
We just can't get the ball stopped. They're getting too big a gain on first down and burning our last time out. But this is going to be it right here.
We'll take the break. 17-14 is the score. You're listening to Pan Pac Football on 103.7 WTIB.
Number 35 on the carry, Jaquay Jackson. Flag on the play.
We're back here at Wagner Stadium. First down run was a tackle in the backfield, but it's going to end up being a personal foul on a face mask, which will give Plymouth the first down. And with 1:58 left to go and Washington out of timeouts, you're right at the point where you can just go into victory formation, Archie.
Yeah, that was a backbreaker. We had him locked up deep. You know, maybe something could happen there. Then we had a late hit, tacked on 15 yards.
So the ball's down at the 36-yard line. This is really a tough loss for Washington to swallow in many different ways. 1:48 left to go, clock moving. And it's first down and 10, so they don't have to snap it until 5 more seconds elapse. Snap, inside handoff, and I'm surprised they're still handing it off. And that goes straight ahead to the 35 for a gain of 1 yard. 90 seconds left to go. It's second down and 9 coming up. And the ball's at the left hash. This is times where you start thinking about Herm Edwards and you start thinking about miracles that can happen because teams don't need the football and just instead try to run it forward. That's exactly what Washington would need in this situation as the play clock ticks its way to 15 left, 1:05 left to go in the ball game. Just around the point where they can just knee this one out just about.
Yeah, I think they finally figured that out, Josh.
Snap,
Yep.
right knee down for Cooper. 50 seconds left to go. Third down, 10 coming up. Plymouth looks like it's going to improve to 3-3 on the season. There is a 13-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So they have to run a play here. And all it has to be is a kneel down, and this one's over. Cooper, underneath center, has the snap from Cherry. Left knee down. There's the ball game. Final score, Plymouth 17, Washington 14. And the biggest stretch of this game was when Washington was up 14-10 inside the 20-yard line. Fumble from Sway Poe, and then Washington gets the stop on defense, and the boot away was a one-hopper on Jaquez Ruffin that he touched that allowed Plymouth to set up at the 35, and then even then the defense responded, and penalties moved Plymouth back. But 2nd and 29 from the 31, the one thing you don't do is let a defender behind you, and behind the formation was Josh Downing, and dropping it right in the bucket was Samir Cooper with the touchdown. Even late, Washington had its chances, just couldn't capitalize. The field goal to try and tie this game inside 4 minutes left was blocked by Plymouth. 17-14 the final score. That was an attempt from 29 yards away.
Yeah, no doubt. The big throw from Cooper and even a bigger catch by Downing in the end zone. It was a great play. But all of what you said is accurate, Josh. Set up by a really tough play on special teams put those guys in position to score.
We'll wrap this baby up after we return from a break. Final score, Plymouth 17, Washington 14. You're tuned in to 103.7 WTIB and Pampack Football.